Hey everyone, this is Ms. Farwa. Welcome back to my channel. Today in this video, we are going to make another important game on Scratch, and that is popping the balloon. So this is about the balloons that we will be popping on the screen at random positions, and we will be having two variables over here. So first let me show you the result. Make the screen bigger. If you can see that I have used two variables in my game. One is a timer. For example, I put timer for 10 seconds, and there is another score variable. So I will be seeing that how many scores the user will achieve in 10 seconds, for example. So we will see how many balloons we are popping in 10 seconds, or you can increase the timer, depends upon your condition. If you want 30 second, I will show you how you can do that. So let's start the game first. I'm going to play from here. Look at this. This is how we can pop up the balloons and we can score, and you can double click the balloon to get more points. So time over and my score is 14. So this is in 10 seconds I have popped 14 balloons. So this is how the game will work, and this is the code of the game. So what I will be doing, I will be quickly deleting everything and I will show you how we can do it one by one. So here we go. Let's delete all of this and also deleting these sprites. So let's begin. First of all, you have to go choose a sprite. In the sprite button, then you have to use balloon. Let's search for balloon. Here we go. This is my first sprite. Then go back, choose a sprite. The another one, oh, I'm really sorry. I'm not going to choose it here, but I have downloaded a picture of game over. You can download any picture from Google Chrome, and then when you go to choose a sprite, here is a upload sprite button. So click here, and then in my downloads I have that picture for game over. So I will be using this one as my second sprite. I will put it in the center like this when my game or when the time will over. Now we are done with both of this. Next, it's up to you what backdrop you will be using for your game. I have used this raised backdrop, so it will be easier to see the balloon at random positions in a lighter backdrop. Okay, now let's begin with the code. So select your balloon first and let's see how we can code the balloon. Okay, I'm just quickly deleting these variables so that I can show you how we can add them later. So let's quickly go to balloon and start the coding here. So first of all, you have to go to events, use this green flag clicked block. Let's make it a little bigger so you can see that. Next, this green flag clicked block is used in order to run your code when you press this green flag. Next, you want to show your balloon because somewhere in the code you need to hide this sprite. So whenever the program runs, first of all, you need to show your sprite if it is hidden. So let's put it over here. Next, you have to use two variables. For that, you have to go to the variables. Right now, my variable score and timer is already here. So what I can do, I can just quickly delete it and add it so that you know how we can do that. So here is the button make a variable where you can add two variables. First one I'm going to add is the score variable. So write down the spelling, say okay, then make another variable and make it timer so that we can have a timer of 10 second, 20 second, 30 second, whatever you want in your game. So here are my two variables. You can see that you can place the variables wherever you want in your stage. So here I'm moving it down. Okay, once you are done with this, now in your code, what you have to do, make sure that both of these variables have their initial values. For example, for the timer, I'm going to set my value to 10 seconds. Let's suppose. So I will make it 10 in the beginning and then it will be reduced like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. So it will be decremented by 1. Okay, set timer value to 10. You can make it 20, you can make it 30 seconds, whatever you want. Now, the next one is score value needs to set. Just use this variable block again, set code to 0, and instead of code, make it score. Sometimes it's written my variable like this, set my variable to 0. So make sure that you select it and you select the score variable here, so its value is 0 now. So this is how we can set the initial values for our variables that we are using. Next, what I will be doing, I have to repeat my code until the timer gets 0. So for that, I have to go to controls, and right now I'm using repeat until loop. So go down a little, and here is my repeat until loop. So we will have this one. And in the condition, what I want the condition that when my timer is equal to 0, then the game must over or must stop. So till then, let's just quickly put this condition first. Go to operators, use the equal condition so that you can check whether the timer is equal to 0. Now here you have to put the timer variable, go to variables, drag the timer variable and put it on one side of your condition. On the other side, make the value 0 because the timer will be decremented by 1 in each loop. Now, inside the loop, what you have to do, first of all, I'm going to put a wait 1 second so that I know that after every 1 second, my timer has to be decremented by 1 or its value must change by -1. So for that, you have to go to variables and there is change code by one variable, or sometimes it's written change my variable by 1. So drag it and put it inside your loop, and instead of code variable, select it, um, the timer variable, and let's make it change the timer by 1, by -1. Why -1? So that 10 becomes 9, 9 becomes 8, 8 becomes 7, and like this the variable or the timer value is decreasing by 1. So that's why I have put it -1. If you are going to change it by +1 or 1, then it will be incremented, or it goes from 10, 11, 12, 13. So make sure if you want your timer to go down like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, so your value needs to be -1 here in change timer by -1 block. Next, you have change color effect by 25. Why? Because I want my balloons to be colorful. So go to your looks um, palette and then go down a little. Change color effect by 25 is here. Let's put it in the loop so that every time when the balloon is um, changing its positions, it is going to one more thing, we have to make sure that the balloon is going to the random positions after every iteration of the loop or after every 1 second. So here it is, it's go to random position. It's in your motion block, so make sure that you drag it and you put it inside somewhere. Let's put it at the very top of your loop until repeat until loop. So I hope that you understand that first of all the balloon is moving to a random position, then there is a wait 1 second block. So after 1 second the timer values goes to -1 or decremented by -1. Then the color of the balloon will be changed so that you will see a different color of balloon at random positions after every 1 second. Now that's all about your loop. Let's do one more thing. Whenever it happens, then after all, when the timer goes to 0, you need to hide the balloon, because when the timer is 0, it means the game has ended. So when your condition becomes true, you are going to be out of your loop. So remember that, go to looks, select your hide block and make sure you put the hide block here so that the balloon will be hide. If the balloon will not hide when the timer is 0, then when you will be pressing the balloon and the score will be increasing. So make sure that when the timer is 0, you need to hide that particular sprite or the balloon sprite that you are using to increase your scores. So we have to put this hide block so that my balloon must hide when the timer goes to 0. Now this is one thing. Here comes another broadcast message that I want. Why I am using a broadcast message? So that I want this sprite to appear. So for that, what I will be using, first you have to go to broadcast message that you will be finding in events. Go to events and there you can see broadcast message 1, drag it, and here you need to add a message. So click here, go to new message, write down game over. So that's a broadcast message that will be done. when the game will be ended or when the timer gets zero value. So after that, let's just put a wait value, wait block for make it 2 seconds, or it's up to you whether you want it or you don't want it. I'm just putting it for 2 seconds so that my message will be broadcasted, and on the other hand, I will be able to show this game over sprite on the other side. Okay, so going to the other sprite, that is game over sprite, this picture, I want to show this picture when the message is broadcasted, the game over message. So let's go to the other sprite and let's do the code for that. In the beginning, remember that you don't want this sprite to be shown, so go to events, green flag clicked, go to looks and make it hide. So in the beginning of the program, I don't want this sprite to show, that's why I have made it hide when the green flag will click. Now what I want this sprite to show when the message was broadcasted. So you have to go to events again, and you have to use here when I receive a message, or here make sure you go to drop down and you must use game over message, because here we have broadcasted game over message when the timer gets a value 0 and we are out of the loop. So when this message is broadcasted, on the other hand, when we are receiving a message game over, then make sure that this particular sprite will show. So go to looks again, now use the show command and put it over here, which means that this sprite will only be shown when the message is broadcasted, and the name of the message is game over. And here is on when green flag clicked at the beginning, you don't need this picture, so you hide it and you are showing it when the message will be broadcasted. I'm repeating it again so that it is very clear to you that why am I using these different blocks. Now one more thing is I haven't used the score variable anywhere. I just set its value to 0, but I need to increment the score variable when I click this sprite. So in order to do that, you have to use when this sprite clicked block that you can find in events. Go to events, use this when this sprite clicked. So whenever the balloon is clicked, you need to go to variables and change the variable value to 1, or make sure that this variable is selected as score variable so that the score value gets 1 whenever you click on this sprite. And if you want the sound, the pop-up sound, so go to the sound and use this start sound pop block over here. So this line of code will help your score to increase when you click on the balloon, and there will be a sound that a pop sound will be produced, or will be we will be able to listen a pop sound when the we will be clicking the balloon. So this is all about the code of this game. I hope everything is understood, and if you have any problem you can comment below. Let's quickly go to the big screen and run the program. Make sure, just look at my screen right now. This sprite is here, the score is 0, the timer is 0, but in the beginning of your game what will happen, the game over sprite will be disappeared, it will be hidden, then score will be 0 and the timer value will be 10. So it will be decremented as my game is going on. So let's play it and see what happens. Here we go, let's pop up the balloons. You can see that the timer is being decremented, or it's decreasing by -1. Here we go. In 10 seconds, I am able to make 15 score, or I popped 15 balloons. So this is how the game works. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you have any questions, you can comment below. I hope everything is understandable. And for more fun videos on Scratch, please stay tuned, stay connected, and watch my videos. Bye bye. See you in the next video. Take care.